Thanks, Kitty. I'm in our Builder Source kitchen with Chef Johnny V from Santa Fe Magazine, making a recipe from Chef Kim Mueller that you can get at Izanami in 10,000 Waves. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
So what are we making today?
So we're going to make some sautéed shimeji mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
Look at these. Aren't these
Love
beautiful?
mushrooms.
You know, Brittany, it's interesting because you always think mushrooms don't have any nutritional value, and they actually do. They're low carb, low cholesterol, no cholesterol,
Okay.
Lots of fiber, really good for you, lots of antioxidants and stuff.
Okay.
So
Good.
they're really good for you, and they're delicious.
And they're delicious.
And when we start cooking, I'm going to tell you about umami. Do you know about umami?
No. I like it already.
We're going to talk about
Umami.
umami because it's
Okay.
the new taste sensation that you really want to have.
Okay.
So I write restaurant reviews in Santa Fe. I also run a cooking school called the Las Cosas Cooking School.
Okay.
But the best part of my job is I get to review restaurants.
Yes. Oh,
So-
I want that job.
I call Santa Fe the city deliciously different.
Yes.
So we have over 200 restaurants
Oh, okay.
in a city of 80,000 people, which is
Yeah.
unheard of.
Absolutely.
So sorry, we never run out of food. We never run out of good things to eat.
Speaking
So
of
we'll make
food,
these,
so we
yeah.
have the mushrooms. What ingredients go into these mushrooms?
So we're going to do a saute with these. And what I was impressed when I reviewed Izanami in our current issue of the Santa Fe is most Asian chefs use like vegetable oil, peanut oil to saute their mushrooms. But Chef Kim uses butter.
Oh, I love butter.
A lot of butter.
Yeah.
So mushrooms are like sponges. So when you cook mushrooms in butter, they drink
They
it up.
soak it up.
And so you have, when I reviewed it, it was like, what is this yummy flavor? They were so different from what we're used to. So we're going to use half a stick of butter, and then we're going to saute them very simply with a little soy sauce, which of course used in a lot of Asian cooking.
Okay.
A little splash of sake, and then I think one of the other secret ingredients was the zest of a lemon.
Okay.
Which really kicks up the flavor, and then
Awesome.
also some hot red pepper flakes.
Okay.
So all that's going to be going on, and that's going to give you umami, baby.
Umami.
This is
all
good for
right.
Mother's Day.
I can't wait.
Umami.
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 That's right. Okay, well, I can't wait. So we'll get cooking when we return, and Chad will join us in the kitchen. Stay there.
Yummy.
Umami.
All right, gorgeous start here to Albuquerque. It's looks like the haze is starting to clear up, and we're here in the Builder Source kitchen with Johnny V, Chef Johnny V, the Santa Fean culinary critic expert.
Oh, I love
And
that.
so what do we call it? Shimeji?
Shimeji.
Shimeji.
My Japanese is terrible.
For
But-
umami.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it almost sounds Portuguese when I say it. Shimeji. So
Mine sounds like Walter Matthau, so I think
that's-
you're doing a
that's
lot
good,
better
good.
than me.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what are we doing here? I'm
So we're going to do
cutting
a
some
saute.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are the shimeji mushrooms. And as
Shimeji.
I was mentioning, when you saute mushrooms, you really want that pan hot.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they don't crisp up, they get soggy.
Okay.
So we're going to heat up our pan. I can feel that's hot already.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
going
boy,
to
you
get
can
that
feel it there.
hot. And then
Okay.
as I mentioned, we're going to use butter. We're going to use like
Yes.
2 tablespoons of butter.
Wow. Okay.
And then Chad, if you'll just cut off that little sort of woody stem there.
Right there.
And then we'll slice those up a little bit because we want to make sure you guys are able to eat
Does it
them.
matter what kind of butter is used?
Good point. This is unsalted butter.
Okay.
Which
Unsalted.
gives you more control with the salt content of this dish. And think about this, we're going to add soy sauce.
Okay.
And soy sauce is certainly
Very
salty.
salty, yes.
Soy sauce is certainly salty.
Say that 10 times fast.
The
So-
shimaji certainly
so
salty.
shimaji can be too salty if you use much. So those are beautiful.
Does it?
So this
Good
is
job,
a variety.
Feels
Yeah.
like I'm doing a horrible job.
We're going to do a knife skills class. We'll come on and do that. But look at how beautiful those are. So we have this nice and hot.
Okay.
And that's what you want to hear, that sizzle.
Okay.
Okay.
We
So
like
Chad,
the
you could-
sizzle.
it's all about the sizzle. You could go ahead and add your mushrooms right in there.
Okay.
Okay. And you also want to hear the sizzle once they get in there. Do
Okay.
you hear that?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so much water in mushrooms. If you don't get that hot pan going, you're not gonna hear that. And
Gotcha.
you're not
Okay.
gonna get golden brown, which is what we want.
Okay.
So we're gonna let that, and I love how this really gets going. It's gonna heat up quick. I've got this pretty much on high.
Okay.
Okay. These are some of the other Japanese mushrooms you'll find in the marketplace. I actually got these at Whole Foods, and they had a neat little mix. They call it a chef sampler of all
Okay.
different
I
mushrooms.
love
So,
mushrooms.
yeah, take them home and play with them.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you know, they're really good for you. They're virtually calorie free,
Really?
low carb, no cholesterol, And then they have 2 antioxidants, in them, which is good for your blood, and
You know, and it's interesting you say that because you know, oftentimes I wonder that when I'm cooking, you're making a salad or whatever, we're using mushrooms. I'm always wondering the nutritional content.
Yeah, and you just think they have a good flavor. So
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
talk about umami.
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 So umami, you know, the things we love about Asian cooking is that hot, sweet, salty, sour
Yeah.
equation.
Yep.
So umami, and we're going to get you guys to learn how to flip there. Can you do that?
Yeah, let's
I'm
get
gonna
us
try.
learn how to
I'm
do
gonna
it,
try.
Chad.
All right.
Chad?
You can do it.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh, all right.
So you're actually, you're
Proud
going
of
off
you.
the back side of the pan.
Brett,
and
you
then
wanna
Come on, Brett.
try your
Oh my
hand at
gosh.
it? Come on,
no, I
flowers.
was like, you got it, Chad.
All right, you can fence, but let's see if you can
Is it
flip
all in?
mushrooms.
Nope.
No, there you go. Look at that.
That's good.
And I'm done.
No, you're good. But
So-
see how those are browning? And did you
Yeah.
notice I needed to add more butter?
Mm-hmm.
So you start with part of the butter, but
Okay.
once it's drunk it up, then we need to add a little more. Look at how beautiful those are.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's great.
So umami is what we now call the 5th sense of taste. So
Okay.
hot, sweet, salty, sour. Umami is described as sort of a meaty, nutty flavor.
okay.
So ingredients including soy sauce,
Mm-hmm.
anchovies, Parmesan cheese, roasted meat. All of that gives you umami. So if
Umami.
you have
Right.
hot, sweet, salty, sour, and umami going on in a recipe, all your taste buds are going.
So
Okay.
is this, what do we do after we've,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
drinking up
so
all
we've-
the butter?
We've got all that butter in there. So now we're going to
Okay.
do a little shot of soy sauce, and this
Okay.
is the salty
That's
in
the
that
salty part.
equation.
Gotcha.
And you want to be a little bit careful because you don't want to overdo.
The salt.
Right.
But we do have, oh, and there's some umami on the floor. We've got
Oh,
a little,
mommy's on the floor.
We've got that, and now we're going to add some sake,
Okay.
and just a splash because that's going to help caramelize, and it's also going to get soaked up in there. And then I think once again the secret to this recipe is some lemon zest.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, there's my zester.
A little zester.
So remember, the zest is just the yellow part.
Right.
You don't want to get to the white part, which is called the pith.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to carefully, without taking off a knuckle.
You don't want the
Good call.
finger zest.
Yeah, I know. yeah.
Exactly.
That changes the color.
That's
of
what
the
I would do.
dish.
Yeah, exactly. We change the color and the
different, yeah.
experience for the cook, for me.
And not good
I
at-
would
not good
definitely
at
be the
restaurants.
one that does the little zest of thumb.
like-
And then you'd be like, oh, mommy, my
Oh,
finger.
mommy. Exactly.
This is going to be good for Mother's Day, you guys. So
Yes.
look at all that zest.
Yeah.
So now
Gotta
this
make
is something that fairly easily we could make for Mom this weekend. We can also
Absolutely.
go up to 10,000 waves and get
And-
this.
Yeah, and
Is that
get
right?
Mom like a massage, a
Yeah.
hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
get mom a
then
massage
lunch or dinner
and a
is
hot
Inami.
tub.
And then just because we're also in New Mexico, but in Japan they do like to season things up,
Yeah.
we're going to do some hot red pepper flakes.
Okay.
Make it hot.
Okay.
And then that's really it. Kind of a
it?
simple.
Okay.
All right.
If you think about Japanese, look at how beautiful that is. If you think about Japanese cooking, it's very elemental and simple, and you don't overdo the ingredients. I'm going to
Right.
put it right on. Look at
Oh,
that
on the
beautiful
Put it on the
spinach. Okay.
spinach. Okay.
of just plain spinach, almost like a warm salad. If you will.
Yeah.
Those look like some interesting kind of, a little bit buggy looking, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks good though.
you guys get to taste that.
We
Yes,
sure
that's
do.
That
right.
is so good. So
All right. Well, we are going to dive into this. Johnny, thanks for coming in,
thank you. I
sharing
love
this.
coming
Thank
to see
you
you
so
guys.
much.
We will have
Yummy.
links to Santa Fe and 10,000 Waves, Scotts.com. We'll be right back.